From ancient myths to modern flight. Have you ever looked up at an airplane and wondered, what would it feel like to fly? Humans have dreamed about flying for thousands of years, long before engines, airplanes, or rockets existed. More than 2,000 years ago, the ancient Greeks told a story about a boy named Icarus, who tried to fly across the sea using wings made of feathers and wax. But was the sun really hot enough to melt his wings? And what did humans eventually discover about flight? Today, we're traveling from myth to science, from ancient legends to modern aviation. Fasten your seatbelt, it's time to take off. The story of Icarus. Long ago, a brilliant inventor named Daedalus and his son Icarus were trapped on an island. The sea surrounded them. Guards watched the ports. "There is only one way to escape," Daedalus said. "We must fly." He collected feathers from birds and glued them together with beeswax. He built 2 pairs of wings. Before they left, Daedalus warned his son, "Don't fly too low, or the sea spray will soak your wings. But don't fly too high either, or the sun will melt the wax." At first, Icarus obeyed, but soon he became excited. Higher and higher he climbed. According to the myth, the sun melted the wax, the feathers fell apart, and Icarus plunged into the sea. For thousands of years, people have told the story as a lesson about pride, risk, and ignoring wise advice. But let's ask the first scientist's question. Could wings made of wax really fly? Let's think like engineers. Imagine you're trying to build wings big enough to lift a human. You need materials that are strong, lightweight, flexible, and able to survive wind and weather. Would feathers and beeswax work? Probably not. A human weighs far more than a bird. Birds have hollow bones, powerful chest muscles, and bodies designed by evolution for flight. Beeswax becomes soft at around 60 to 65 degrees Celsius, 140 to 150 degrees Fahrenheit. So if ancient people couldn't fly with wax, what materials did humans eventually use? For centuries, people imagined different ways to conquer the sky. First idea: bird wings. Many inventors copied birds. Some built giant mechanical wings that flapped. Unfortunately, human muscles simply aren't strong enough. Second idea: balloons. In the 1700s, people discovered that hot air rises. Hot air balloons became the first successful way for humans to leave the ground. Third idea: gliders. Scientists realized that birds don't just flap, they glide. Inventors built gliders that could ride air currents. Fourth idea: engines. Finally, engineers combined lightweight materials with powerful engines. Wood, canvas, steel, or aluminum, and eventually carbon fiber. In 1903, the Wright brothers achieved powered flight. Modern airplanes don't fly because they flap like birds. They fly because their wings shape the air in special ways, creating lift. Humanity didn't conquer the sky with wax. We conquered it with physics. Now, let's ask the second scientist's question. Does the temperature get hotter when you fly higher? Actually, no. In most cases, the higher you go in Earth's atmosphere, the colder it gets. Why? Because Earth's atmosphere works like a giant blanket. The ground absorbs sunlight and warms the air near the surface. As you climb higher, the air becomes thinner and holds less heat. The story of Icarus asks one question: can humans fly? For thousands of years, the answer seemed to be no. But engineers kept experimenting. They learned about gravity, lift, air pressure, materials, science, engines, navigation, and weather. The myth of Icarus wasn't really about wax. It was about a dream. Humans looked at birds and imagined something impossible. Here's a challenge for you. What impossible dream today might become ordinary science in the future? Your imagination can take flight.